Okay then, NXT review. NXT, what do we got going on tonight, huh? After last night on Raw was basically fuck NXT last night. Wow, they really stuck a FU to NXT last night on Raw. I tell you, wow, let's have the champion lose on TV. Let's not mention Charlotte was ever NXT Women's Champion. Let's kill Keith Lee. This was a huge FU to NXT last night. So with NXT on tonight, what do we really got going on right now, huh? We kick it off with Samoa Joe, who looked like he was ready to fight, saying, tick tock, guess who's come to smash your clock? Basically, he called out Kross. Where is he at? He wants him out here right now. And Regal came out saying, like, just can't come out and call out everybody in the back. Joe says, unless provoked. And yes, he's provoked right now. But Regal says, you were provoked. You were the referee, okay? You weren't provoked being management, all right? And Joe basically said that Regal, you can't control Kross and whatnot, which basically led, to him showing up on Raw last night without Regal's knowledge. Regal saying, Kross is on his way to NXT right now. And Joe says, it will end tonight, but it won't end peacefully, all right? And Joe says someone is going to be getting put to sleep tonight as he left in. So, good promo by Joe calling out Kross in the beginning, which, I'm sure it's going to be weird given now the booking with Kross from NXT and Raw last night, which is just kind of crazy that, with Kross, it's like, yes, we must make him look like an unstoppable badass and undefeated, but hey, on Raw, let's have him lose, in 2 minutes to Jeff Hardy, which everyone has just blown a gasket at that, okay? They have just blown a gasket. I think the mostly important part is, like, you had him pin the NXT champion, Jeff Hardy. And don't get me wrong, I said this last night in my Raw review. I'm not gonna lie, I popped. Maybe because given that they brought No More Words back and whatnot, his theme song, and that Jeff Hardy desperately needed a win, but it really could have been against anybody, not the NXT champion, which they gave him that generic entrance and just the 2 minute match and just dead. So now it's like, okay, we gotta make him look powerful again tonight on here and just have Joe call him out. So, which I still think Kross is going to be on the main roster pretty soon. But, well, that's already a taste. But it's just weird, honestly. It's really weird what happened last night and now going into now. Which, even a friend of mine that wrote today, what is the point of watching NXT? He was just looking for the point because he said there's a lot of things that's wrong with this show. Because what's the main event? Zia Lee versus Raquel Gonzalez. No build. We have a title match with no build, and he kind of believed that they're just borrowing a main roster's creative. And my friend Steven told me this. He said he named a couple things, just undeserved title shots, constant rematches, distraction roll-ups, theme songs interrupting promos, no long-term storytelling and whatnot. And that's only stuff he thought off the top of his head, but he made some good points right there when it comes to NXT right now. Okay? But, it's still crazy with the Kross part. Next, we had the Diamond Mine, Roderick Strong and Tyler Rust versus Bobby Fish and Kushida, who attacked Diamond Mine mid-entrance and whatnot. A good tag match, but I'm kind of confused with Diamond Mine taking an L right now, given that, this is a very new group, and I know they can't have Fish and Kushida lose all the time, but, why are we beating the Diamond Mine right now? I know everybody's saying, well, Roderick Strong wasn't pinned, so they only pinned the Tyler Rust dude. But at the same time, it's like we don't really know much about these guys at the same time. It's like they're new, but they've never really been explained of what they are and what they do. We haven't even heard enough from Malcolm Bivens out there to cut promos. Like, we've heard little, but, it's like, hey, these guys are like an MMA group and whatnot. That's all you really need to know. So, that's kind of it. Hey, they're an MMA group, so boom, there you go. But I don't think they really should be taking L's right now. I thought that was kind of strange. Like, really, they've already taken an L. I'm like, okay. So I thought that was kind of odd. I know they announced the next takeover for August 22nd. That's going to be on Sunday. It was like the night after SummerSlam, I think. So, yeah, SummerSlam's on a Saturday. So, takeover will be on a Sunday then, apparently. So we'll see what goes on with that. Taya went against JC Jane. I know she had Jesse Kamei out there and Robert Stone as Mandy Rose sat on the announce table and whatnot. I'm sure everybody said it just looked hot as hell just watching the match. Once again, I question a lot of these Taya matches right now. Okay, she's going against job guys, but why is she having these competitive matches with them? Like, it should just be a squash. It's like the third one now they've done. Like, they're giving her opponent some pretty good offense out there. So, I'm like, why? Like, we don't know who this is. Just have Taya squash them. So I don't understand why the match went on a little bit too long. It didn't make a lot of sense. But I'm still trying to see where they're going with this Mandy Rose thing and where this is leading to. Austin Theory and Johnny Gargano in the back talking about what happened last week. Theory said he hasn't slept in weeks. Gargano says it's only been 1 week. And Kyle O'Reilly says, I heard you've been talking about me, which he looked at Austin Theory and whatnot, saying he's going to get his dancing shoes tonight. As you know, Gargano said, Papa John, he's going to be. Hopefully the pizza doesn't suck, but and whatnot. But you're going to go out there and wrestle yourself tonight against him. Next, I know next week, for the next few weeks, I know NXT will be on Sci-Fi. They may bring back the ECW Zombie and whatnot, but given the Olympics going on, I believe next week or in the next few days, it's going to be a lot of, I guess, schedule changes and whatnot. So yeah, NXT will be on Sci-Fi because the Olympics will be on USA. I know they had Bronson Reed promo talk about with sit down interview with Wade Barrett, I should say, talking about his loss as the North American champion, and he's got to fight harder now, and talk about he's going against Adam Cole next week, so he wants to wrestle the best, he says. Kyle O'Reilly went against Austin Theory. Austin Theory must have had a remix to his thing, because it sounded like, some say it sounded like Mystical or DMX on the track. Like, that's what it sounded like with his theme coming out. You know, my friend had put out a good point. How much you want to bet that people are going to start chanting for Theory? Which they did chant for Austin Theory out there. They really did. Like, Theory was getting some cheers out there between him and O'Reilly. So people do like Theory is most likely going to break out of this whole Wade thing and become a face at some point in time. I can see that happening. But this was a good match between him and Kyle O'Reilly. O'Reilly ended up getting the window with the heel hook and whatnot. But this was a very fun and enjoyable match between him and Theory. But Theory, man, the guy is good, okay? And he's making this Wade thing work and stuff. So, yes, he's a goofball, but he's putting on some damn good matches, too, at the same time, okay? So, they see something in him right now. O'Reilly, they're still trying to get him as a top face, which I still think he sounds like a goofball in a way with promos or maybe lackadaisical or whatnot. But, you know, I don't know. It's weird with Kyle O'Reilly in this singles push right now. We were supposed to get the mariachi musical with or mariachi musical, what is it called again? Basically we had a mariachi band, okay? They were gonna play some music with Legado del Fantasma. And Escobar asked him to leave the ring, and he said, you think I'm gonna show you guys the best music in the world? I'm not gonna lower myself to entertain you fans and whatnot. You're not worth it, okay? And we're not going to embarrass ourselves like Hit Row. We're not going to go to their style. This isn't about styles. You know, hey, we had a Cypher a couple weeks ago. Now we got, you know, a mariachi band. And he's going to take the title and whatnot to the Raptors. You know, with Blood, Sweat, and Familia. Hit Row came out basically hitting some bars at Legado del Fantasma. Called him Pablo Escobar. I'm sure I've heard that joke many times before. And, you know, talked about all, you know, three guys, you know, the guys, which Swerve pointed out. They got beat y'all a year ago, going after that cruiserweight title and everything. But Scott said, I got my own crew now, and, you know, I'm going to make you like a bitch and everything. Which Escobar said he's going to take that North American title, and then he's going to have it and bring it back to his home, which basically they end up brawling with each other then. Escobar basically got one of the guitars, was about to go Jeff Jarrett or New Jack on him, until Swerve got it. Well, B-Fab helping Swerve got the guitar in. Escobar got out of dodge. DJ Z came in. Hit Row surrounded him, and then he says, now, you know, if you don't know, now you know. And then they end up hitting DJ Z with the guitar thing and destroying him and whatnot. So, yeah, Jeff Jarrett style. But I don't know, man. Legado del Fantasma, they do keep getting punked out, though, by Hit Row or damn near anybody for a while. Like, it's like they're there, but they lose to everybody nowadays. I don't understand what's going on with that. And, yeah, they're going to have Swerve versus Escobar pretty soon for the title. But Swerve ain't losing that belt. I'll tell you that right now. That's definitely not happening. He's not losing the belt. The way we're in the back arguing with each other, talking about the losses they've been taking. Indy Hart was talking about how, you know, Austin Theory wants to kiss Dexter or whatnot. Pause. A lot of pause for right there. Which they all started arguing until Theory looked like he took his bag and went home then. Samoa Joe is still waiting out all night for, you know, Kross to show up. Regal says that you need to calm down. And, you know, we're going to do this peaceful or whatnot, as Joe said. Andre Chase, I guess the NXT breakout, which the guy didn't get a video package, so he didn't really know who he was. Odyssey Jones did, but this Andre Chase, This dude looked like he screamed jobber. Okay, he looked like a job guy. He just screamed job. I don't know the music. It's like, dude, why are we bringing enhancement talent out here for this? And we knew nothing about this guy. Okay, we knew nothing about him. Um, Odyssey Jones. Listen, this match was not good. It was very botchy, especially that crossbody, which looked like the guy nearly killed himself laying on his head, or Jones didn't catch him all the way. That looked bad. And Jones ended up getting the win as expected, but those guys were green out there. That was very bad, okay? They're going to need to take some time with them. But we didn't even know who the other guy really was that much. We didn't even get a video package. Not even tell who he is. So it's like, why was he in this tournament? That doesn't make sense. MSK, I guess we're welcoming all challenges for the titles. Imperium, I swear to God, I forgot they were still there. I think they lost to Brazango the last time I saw them before they got released. Basically, I guess they hacked the promo, talking about they will become the tag team champions. I know Walter's hurt right now on the UK show, so I guess they're doing something about that right now. Pete Dunne and Orly Lorcan were challenging Thatcher and Ciampa to a match next week. Eli Drake, I guess he had an argument with Spud earlier today, which I guess they finally found something of him right now. He went against him. This match didn't really go that long, which ended up with Spud and I'm getting the pin after a drop kick, which was very surprising and whatnot. And stuff, because, Grimes had got involved, basically on the title and whatnot. But then Drake ended up beating up Spud and in the ring several times. Grimes tried to pull him off, which it took several times to do, and actually told the Butler to come on after that. So, we'll see what goes on with this. I do like the comedy segments, though, between Grimes and Drake, though. Those are pretty funny. Next, in the main event, though, Raquel Gonzalez went against Zia Lee for the NXT Women's Championship. Like I said, this match was okay. I'm sure everybody's talking about what happened with the finish. I just thought it was okay. It wasn't really much to say. I don't even know why this was a match to begin with. I don't know why they rushed it so fast. It's like, hey, we'll give it 1 week no build, and then we'll just put you in the main event. Like, some people say, hey, this is like Raw booking. It's like Goldberg coming out, looking at your title, and then you automatically get a title shot and whatnot. For no reason. All I do is got to just look at you and just point the belt. I'm next in line because I say I'm next in line. And so that's how it works. And, everybody's talking about the whole, I don't know if this is a real injury or rib injury, which, the doctors checked after Gonzalez did like a corkscrew Vader bomb. And then she, hitting the Uranagi after waiting several minutes and whatnot. I'm not sure if it's a legit injury or just was an angle given that Zia Lee did kick off, Mercedes Martinez's head and whatnot, which was legit. I don't know if they tried to play up that into an angle, but Gonzalez ended up winning. But as the show was about to, go off the air, Samoa Joe came out, calling once again for Kross so he could whoop his ass right now. Kross ended up showing on the screen saying NXT allows him to go wherever he wants and do whatever he wants and lose matches in 2 minutes on Raw, and basically calling out Regal. Well, not calling out Regal, but I guess he beat up Regal, leave him on the ground as, Joe, do you think you're in control now? Who provoked who? Which Kross got in his car and drove off as Joe ran outside and started yelling, then all pissed off, ending the show. So, yeah, the Joe and Kross stuff was, really good. I'm sure everybody's still talking about what happened last night on Raw with Kross anyways, given the whole thing with Jeff Hardy and whatnot. But obviously, Joe's going to be getting back in the ring soon. I'm sure it's going to be a takeover match between him and Kross, so get ready for that. The main event I thought was okay and whatnot with Gonzalez and Zia Lee, but I don't know if I think that was an angle they were trying to put up at the end there. That breakout match was very botchy. Legato and them, like, the segment wasn't bad with them and Hit Row, but Legato, I just don't see them winning against Hit Row in this feud. All right, especially for the North American title, Swerve's going over. I thought O'Reilly and Austin Theory had a really good match out there. That wasn't bad. Taya, I like Taya, but why is she doing these long, why is she taking so long to squash one person? Third time now, I don't understand that. But yeah, that's all I can really say about NXT tonight. I know everybody's still talking about, the fuck NXT thing they did on Raw last night, basically. But now, it looks like it's back to business as usual, but still, everybody's mostly talking about the whole Kross thing. Kross just losing in 2 minutes. That just did not sit well with a lot of people. And I can understand why it makes no sense. It could just threw anybody out there. But no, let's throw the NXT champion out there and make him look like shit. Or we're sending a message, apparently. So, I don't know, but obviously bullets are being thrown back and forth between the main roster and NXT, it looks like, okay? So, other than that, though, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. We'll see you guys later. Check out any review that's uploaded online right now. From Raw to Money in the Bank, Slammiversary, and other reviews that's been going on in the past few days, okay? So, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.